whenever you come in to get your wax, don't do it the night before your wedding.
Or the night before your spray tan.
Or the night before you spray tan. What I'm saying is you have to go 24 hours before you can consummate your marriage. Hey guys, welcome back to the AA Skin Based Pod. I'm your host, Lena, licensed esthetician, and today I have Georgia
Davenport, licensed esthetician.
Kristen Sanborn, licensed esthetician.
Macy Taylor, esthetician apprentice.
And Shelby
Ayers, cosmetologist all.
Do you guys like how I switched that up this time?
You threw me off guard. I was
I
like,
know,
wait
I was
a minute.
gonna go
I'm
this way,
first,
but
I'm always last.
I changed it because I was getting a little bored with it. I got to change stuff up. Anyway, so Miss Georgia has an announcement. It's not an announcement anymore, but we're getting there. But she is getting married in next. Now the energy's here. The last 3 episodes I've been trying. Whatever.
I'm really excited about my wedding. So.
We're all excited.
Our wedding.
We are. It's kind of like we're all getting married because of Georgia. We have all these little
We have
tips
lots
and
to
tricks.
prepare for.
I guess
we have
we're
lots
waiting for
to
the
do.
save the date cards if any of us get one.
I haven't even made them. I haven't even looked at making them.
Lena
Lena earlier, she was like, and none of us even got invited. Well, good thing no one knows they're invited yet.
She's still making the list.
Yes. Yeah.
So today's episode is going to be on
Wedding prep.
Wedding prep. And
getting wedding ready.
She
Got
has
it.
several months away, but what does she need to start thinking about January 1st? What does she need to start doing now that we see the brides waiting until the last minute to get done?
If you're tired of shaving, ingrowns, and stubble, come see the waxing pros at Amazingly Ageless in Harrisonville. Our AA Skin Babes use gentle techniques for smoother skin that lasts weeks. We're fast, we're consistent, and we make you feel comfortable from start to finish. That's why you can trust us for all things waxing.
So download the Amazingly Ageless app and book online. Just search Amazingly Ageless in the App Store. Yeah, so I see quite a few brides during wedding season, and I
was that bride.
Yes.
Of course you were.
Now, Shelby, she can tell us the mistakes that she made.
But I always recommend brides to start their facials at least 6 months in advance. Minimum. Like, please don't come to me the week or 2 before your wedding.
No.
Well, and some examples of that is I've had brides that would come. They had a facial scheduled for the week of their wedding. They come in, they're broke out. They have, they're wanting to, get the glowy skin, and they're scheduled for a facial, and they're getting married in 5 days. And a lot of times with your facial, it's going to take a series of facials so your skin will purge.
I mean, I was going to say, not even just like you need a series, but your skin 9 times out of 10 is going to purge after a facial, especially if it's your first facial or your first facial in a long time. Your skin is going to purge. So if you come to me for your first facial like the week or 2 weeks before your wedding, you're probably going to be breaking out for your wedding.
So one of those things that I would recommend is starting in January. Get all of your appointments scheduled. You want to do like a facial a month until your wedding. And I think another thing is Shelby does wedding hair and wedding makeup. When do you need to make those appointments for if you're going to get your makeup done or your hair done for the wedding? Do you?
Not calling you out, Georgia, but I specifically tell all of my clients, like, the moment you get engaged, or not engaged, but the moment you set your date, go ahead and start reaching out to those people. 9 times out of 10, if it's someone who has an established clientele, your wedding date may not be available. So as soon as you have a date, reach out and contact those people. I agree with Lena as far as like skin-wise, how that goes is at least 6 months before.
The earlier the better. The more we can get in, the best.
Yes.
The more results you're going to see and the better chance of having that glowing skin that you're going for is the sooner
I did start
the better.
that the day I got engaged.
I'm
But
proud
I was
of
a
you.
little, and as probably most people are, is like you don't realize that you need to be booking your hair and your makeup and everything a year out, ideally, if you can.
Right. Well, it's same with wedding venues too, though. Like, the sooner you have to start planning all of that, the more likely you are to secure your date. Or you can just get married on your husband's best friend's front porch like I did.
Or in your backyard like I am because...
I think those are the best.
Yeah.
I think those are the best.
Yeah. Spray
Really?
tan. Oh, spray tan
Ooh,
wise.
yeah.
I think Lena and I need to talk about spray tan
Do
wise.
a couple practice tans to make sure we can get you the color you want to be and make sure that you don't react to the spray tan. I've never had anyone react to spray tan formula.
No, but spray tans come in several different formulas. And they come in several different development times.
And several different, depths.
I've had brides come in and say, oh, I just want to be as dark as I can be. And I want, I just want to be super dark. Well, then they bring back the pictures and I'm like, that was not the right color for you. And they should have done at least 2 trials
color
beforehand.
Theory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Color theory is also in spray tans because what we would use for Georgia versus what we would use for myself can be 2 completely different formulas. I would love to just have a base tan naturally like Georgia does, but I obviously lack melanin all around the board. So my spray tans are considerably lighter than what they would be. The formula is considerably different than what we would use on Georgia.
Well, and I think that's a huge thing too, is like with your bridesmaids, you're all standing up there in a row. So going to the same person for your spray tans as well as having them come in at least for 1 trial. Obviously, like how they look isn't quite as important necessarily, and they might not think that, but at least having them come in for 1 trial just so we make sure everyone is looking pretty even across the board.
And use the same formula on your whole bride's party because you don't want one spray tan facility to use more of an orangey.
Yes.
And then another one use more of a Venetian. And then you have a lot of different shades and different colors of spray tan. So you want to make sure you go to the same place for everybody.
Your photos will pick that up.
Yeah, and like Georgia said, you want to make sure that you do a trial on everybody and listen to your directions because, if you let that tan develop too much and you haven't experienced, a spray tan before and it oranges out, then we can't fix that in 2 days.
Which is huge for your bridesmaids too, because like me personally, I spray tan every week. I know the routine, but someone who has never had a spray tan before, they're like, I'll get a spray tan for your wedding, and then they don't wash it off in time and they're orange or they're too dark or anything like that. They don't know how to properly maintain a spray tan.
Or I've had someone that at night, they don't realize it, but they put like their hands on their chest and they wore their spray tan overnight. And then they
do you remember that bride
we
had that got her first spray tan and she went to the movies?
Yes.
And it was a sad movie and she cried and she had the tear
stains. Yes.
And she had her wedding was that week.
And so, make sure that you were able to have enough time to fix those. I can fix a lot of stuff with spray tans, especially if you've washed your hands or something. We can fix that, but we can't fix that if you get a spray tan on Friday and your wedding is on Saturday.
Yeah.
So let's sit back and create a plan on what needs to be done when.
People don't understand. They think a spray tan is a spray tan, but there's actually more to spray tan. Just like everything else in our industry, there is more to it than what you think it is.
Well, and even you have to think about, I've seen a lot of brides, they don't have a spray tan for their makeup trial.
Oh, yes.
And then when they go to get their makeup done on their wedding day, it looks completely different because they got a spray tan.
Yep.
So just planning ahead for those things so you can make sure you look and feel your best on your wedding day.
All right, and as a waxer, whenever you come in to get your wax, don't do it the night before your wedding.
Or the night before your spray tan.
Or the night before you spray tan. What I'm saying is you have to go 24 hours before you can consummate your marriage. So don't come in and get your wax done night before your wedding. Let's do that a couple days before. You'll still be nice and smooth, I promise.
Yeah.
Little PSA out there.
Too much information.
Of course you would take it there. I didn't even think about that. I'm like,
yeah.
Dude, I do. I've had it happen.
I've been in your room.
And
girl, please don't do that tomorrow at your wedding because
and know what treatments you can do on the same day. Don't stack your treatments like you want to come in on a Wednesday before your wedding and you need a wax, you need a facial, you need a spray tan, you need, all these different things done. You need a massage. You can't do all those things in the same day. If you do a massage, you're going to have oils on you that they're using for the massage. Well, those oils are going to block your spray tan. So you need to have
break it down.
Break down. Mm-hmm. You need to have your spray tan on clean skin.
Or it can make your spray tan turn orange.
It can make it turn out. You need a spray tan on clean, shaven, no oils or lotions on your skin. And so you need to be able to prep for that.
Do not wear deodorant either.
Yeah,
because I've had that happen where their armpits turned bright orange because it mixed with the deodorant.
Yeah, so make sure that you don't do that. The other thing is waxing. Don't do a spray tan right after you get a wax because that spray tan is going to clog those open pores.
Well, more of so it's going to get stuck in there, and then you have like dots.
And you look like you have dots.
You can tell where you waxed if you wax and then spray tan.
So you need to make sure you do those on different days. And same thing with the facial. We talked about the purging, but also if you do a facial, especially dermaplaning, too close to the wedding, like the day before the wedding, you may have a little bit of sensitivity there. And then you put makeup on top of it. It could cause your skin to freak out. So make sure you do the dermaplaning several days ahead. And so, get all of those appointments set up. And I know with us, Lena and I tend to book out up to a month out. And so you're not going to be able to get in last minute with the two of us. Macy and Georgia, they are starting to book up pretty fast. So make sure you just set that out and you don't stress that week because you're going to be stressed enough over all the other things going on. And so your skin may be purging, doing different things, adapting to that. And so you want to be prepared. There are some last minute things that we can do to help with a pimple or help with a breakout, but we need to, kind of be aware that that's probably going to happen.
My number one pro tip, though, is start the skin better peel pads at least 4 to 6 months in advance. Because then that way your skin's so used to it, you can use a peel pad the night before your wedding.
Yeah.
But only if you've been using them, not... And those peel pads are magic in a bottle. Well, pad, I guess.
But if you use them and you haven't been acclimated to it, they could cause the opposite. They could cause your skin to get very sensitive and irritated. So, be prepared. And something that, we've noticed with Georgia is she has been working out and losing weight. And she looks phenomenal. What is your secret? And what would you recommend for brides that are, maybe wanting to lose a little weight and to get a little healthier before their wedding?
There's really no secret. I think the biggest thing is planning ahead, changing your lifestyle beforehand instead of it's a month before my wedding and I want to lose 10 pounds. Like, that's just not healthy and you're not going to look healthy on your wedding day if you try to do something like that. So just slowly trying to eat healthier, get more activity in your day. And then that even helps in the long run. Planning a wedding and your wedding day itself can be very, very stressful. So having something like working out, going on a walk, whatever it is that helps you relieve stress will just be really crucial for your routine.
Anything else that you guys can think of? We're going to come back and retouch this subject, or
we're going to follow Georgia.
We're going to follow Georgia on this journey. Because I know the first thing that she did is she was smart. She was like, okay, we had just learned VI peels, and Georgia is a lake girl. She loves her lake. And the first thing I looked at Georgia, I'm like, we have got some pigment issues. And I'm like, Georgia, you got to start on that now. And so she did a VI peel on herself. And so that is a little journey because she knows it's going to take several of those, and it's going to be a series, and it's going to be a continuing thing to try to get some of that pigment. And then she's going to have to really protect next summer because we know she's going to be right at the lake again.
Maybe. We'll try to stay away. But it is huge because, especially when you're planning a wedding, you have all these events. I had engagement photos, you'll have showers. It's not just one and done. So, yes, I know I need to do at least 4 VI peels, but I did one a couple months ago, and I haven't had time for the downtime because I've been busy every weekend doing wedding stuff. So making sure you're just allowing enough time in your busy year to get all your treatments in because they do have downtime.
Yeah. And then another service, if you're going to do before a wedding, is if you do your brow tint and lamination. You want to do that at least a week ahead, or probably at least 4 days, at least. Because your brows will be dark. The day you do your tint, your brows are dark. You want to let that kind of lighten up a little bit.
Yes, so that they look a little more natural and not just the shadow on your skin of just having them done.
Mm-hmm. And that's one I would recommend trying before.
Do
because
several rounds.
When Shelby first did mine, they looked great, but they were much darker than I was ever used to. So there's a little bit of moment of not freak out, but it's just an adjustment. So it's one I'm glad I got done before the wedding.
So you always tint a little darker so it stays longer.
Yes.
But by day 3 and 4, you have washed them enough that they have faded a little bit and they look perfect.
Yeah.
Same goes with lash extensions. Do several rounds of lash extensions before your wedding day. That way you can make sure you are not you don't have allergic reaction or something pop up.
Yeah, give it at least, you want 3 fills. Plan on, so that when you're looking at 3 fills at 2 weeks apart, plan on 2 months ahead. Get your lash extensions. Get your full set.
Feel like yourself. And I feel like the first time you get lash extensions, you're like a whole new person, which is great. But I don't want to feel like a stranger on my wedding day.
That's right. That's right. And what I think looks good on your lashes, may not be what you're wanting. So that gives me the opportunity, and Macy will be doing lashes by next fall. That'll give us the opportunity to change up your style. We can make them longer, shorter, thicker, thinner, do browns instead of blacks. That'll give us the opportunity to get the right style for you. And so you don't feel like, going into your wedding and having these big, stripper lashes. That way we make sure we get you all taken care of. But we can't do that if you book your appointment for your lash extensions the Monday before your wedding. We don't have the opportunity to change anything for you.
So, moral of the story here, plan ahead.
Yes, absolutely.
Book those appointments plenty of time in advance so we can make sure everything is perfect for you on your day.
It's never too soon.
Yeah.
So just to recap, we kind of have a breakdown for you, 6 to 12 months out, which is kind of what I've been currently talking about because that's the timeline that I'm in. Starting to get in for regular facials. That way we can build up your skin health, get used to your skin, and your skin can get used to all the products that we'll be wanting to use for you. Begin waxing and body grooming in advance. That way it's not new and stressful. Your body's used to it. Your hair will also start to thin out. It'll get easier, just become part of your routine. As well as introduce skincare, like Lena was talking about with the peel pads. Your skin will have a big adjustment period, and you want everything to get used to it. That way it's comfortable with it. Then whenever you get a little bit closer with the 3 to 6 months out, you'll want to continue your monthly facials, focusing on any problem areas. You can dive even deeper into any breakouts you may be having or any, me personally, the sun damage.
That Kristen so thankfully pointed out there.
Yes.
She knows.
It's very true. I was born in the summer. I love the summer. I'm guilty. Schedule spray tans for trial sessions. And this is probably also, at least me personally, like you'll start having if you're going on a bachelorette trip or showers. So it's a perfect time to try out spray tans, see what you look like in photos, get used to all of that. And also practice your hair and makeup. Like I was saying earlier, practicing your makeup trials when you have the spray tan that you'll be having for your wedding is crucial just because your skin tone.
And this is when I would start lash extensions in your brows.
Yes, absolutely. So you can get used to them, make sure we're doing what's best for you, and your skin is not having any crazy reactions to it. And if it is, we can find a solution for you. Then once you get even closer, 1 to 3 months out, still coming in for those monthly facials so we can be taking care of your skin, keeping you on track. And then continue your waxing and body treatments. That way your skin's used to it. There's no irritation. There's no unexpected reactions. And then finalize your spray tan schedule just because you don't want to be getting a spray tan the week before your wedding and then you have residual tan left over that you're trying to last minute get off and anything like that. And then 1 to 2 weeks out, come back in for your facial. We'll do something very gentle and hydrating. That way you can just have that glowy skin. No major changes. Just trying to keep everything as calm as possible. And you've already been on this routine for at least 6 months now. So your skin and your body's used to it. And then any just last minute grooming and touch-ups. Get your lashes filled. Get everything taken care of.
And book those appointments in advance.
Book them in advance so that way you're not stressed. We're on your timeline and we're able to get you in for all your appointments.
All right, guys. Well, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.